and welcome to 30-day Cocooned at Home Wellness Retreat. My name's Vivian and today we're going to talk about exercise. Now I did do a video earlier after the rain. I went over to Heritage Forest, but the wind was blowing, my hair was all over the place and it just didn't come off very well. So I'm here to do it again in a bit more of a controlled environment. I just want to check in to start with. So what's everyone up to? Have you implemented some of the things that I've recommended? Have you started to rethink what you're actually doing around your house? How are you thinking? Are you using the various links to understand your breathing techniques and all those sorts of things? So I hope you are. Give me feedback because I love to hear what's happening. We're all in this pressure cooker together, so we're all responding very differently to it. And it's nice that we can get out every now and again with a bit of a good behavior, so to speak. So in the park this morning, it was lovely to see the amount of people out walking and with their dogs in the dog park as well. Some were obviously families, so there might have been a few more than two together, but I guess if they live together, they're obviously going to be going out and walking together. So in this environment, yes, we're under a lot of stress, some are going to handle it better than others. But it's not the stress that's a problem, because we're built to cope with stress. What the problem is how do we handle that? And some, as I said, are going to handle it much better than others. But that's also sometimes a physiological thing as well, and I'll go into that a little bit more shortly. One way to handle the stress is getting out and exercising. So I'm still in my exercise gear, come into work, I'm still playing around with the computer, putting our shop up ready to go. So when we walk, it's great because we're out in the fresh air, we've got the heart pumping, we've got the blood moving around the body, we've got oxygen getting into the tissues. There are so many health benefits to exercise, but sometimes walking may not quite be enough. I know as we get older, sometimes walking is about the only thing that a lot of people do, but I want you to think about how your body operates. Now, for instance, we have two ball and sockets. So our shoulder is a ball and socket and our hips are a ball and socket. They're designed to move, full range of motion. So when we're walking, we're only walking forwards and backwards. Which is good. It does get your lymphatics and things working in through the legs and gets things pumping through. But we need to work a little bit more, so we need to bring in our shoulders. So if you want to throw some hand weights in when you go out for walks, so you're actually getting the upper body working as well. That's one of the reasons I love to climb mountains, is because it's an all over body workout. So we're doing boulder fields, so you've got lots of climbing over rocks, you've got to let yourself down over banks and all sorts of stuff. So you're constantly pulling your body in so many different directions that you certainly know that you've done a really good workout. But if you're just focusing on walking, just think what else you can do that moves the body effectively, so that you're going to be lubricating the joints, getting the joints all moving. Now, the simple reason for that is, and I don't know whether a lot of you realize that osteoporosis is basically a wear and tear condition. And why we create wear and tear is because we're routine based. So if you're a walker and only a walker, and you're doing that forward motion all the time, and you're not using your body as it's designed to be used, then you start to wear grooves in your joints, which is forward and back. So when you start to go outside of that, it will start screaming at you. So a lot of people go back into that forward and back because they know if they do outside of that, it's going to create pain. But the idea is you want to create full range of movement. So do very slow movements. If that's happening to you, do really slow movements and try and get everything working. Now, as we discussed in the water, if you're not drinking enough water, you're not going to be lubricating your joints. A lot of people don't realize that 80% of your disc function in your spine is water. So if you're dehydrated, you're not going to have the cushioning between the spines. It's exactly the same with your joint function. If you're doing repetitive movements all the time and your joint capsule doesn't have enough of the synovial fluid and everything to support and create cushioning, then you're going to have bone on bone and create wear and tear because of the way that you actually move your body. So make sure that you get out, move your body fully to get it so that it's going to be healthy as you get older. Now, different people will need different types of exercise. So what's the best exercise for you? Number one is the type of exercise that you will do. If you've got exercise that you don't like and you're really pushing yourself because you think you need to do exercise and it's just one way of getting out with a friend, but you don't like that particular exercise, you're not going to get the benefits because emotionally you're not connected to it. You need to have happy hormones going through the body when you're exercising. It shouldn't be something that's going to be a drag for you and it's really creating an issue for you. I just wanted to give you a little bit of information in regards to there are certain things that go back to your genetics and your ancestors that will determine what type of exercise you work best. And I'll probably go into that a little bit more when we get into nutrition. So clients of mine know that I'm a real advocate for the blood type diet, but it's not only because of that. When I'm working with my massage clients, I also like to know what blood type they are, because then I need to know, is the exercise that they're doing correct for them? So if you're a blood type O, under stress you're wired for the fight or flight response. So and the reason for that is because ancestrally you were the ones that, if you had a saber-toothed tiger, coming at you, you would either stand and fight or you would run away. And it never occurred that often, but you certainly you either survived or you didn't. And so one of the things in regards to your food is you're a hunter-gatherer. So you actually used to hunt your prey. So that again might mean chasing your prey down over the prairies until you got it and then brought it back for everyone to feed. So your exercise routines work best, or what helps you cope with your stress is that you need high intensity workouts. The other thing is high protein diet work best because they help you in regards to your stress response. If you're an O type and you're under stress and you're eating a lot of bread, for instance, wheat actually increases stress on the system, so you want to get that out of your diet. So for myself, I'm an I blood type. An O blood type, sorry. So I handle stress much better and it takes a lot longer to stress me out. But whereas an O blood type will get stressed really quickly, they're the ones that have the very short tempers generally. So where they can get stressed really quickly, they also calm down really quickly. So the effects on the metabolism is short-lived. So for me as an A blood type, my stress is much slower to come on. But when I do get stressed, and it's the same with the B blood type as well, when I do get stressed, that cortisol stays in my system much, much longer. And so therefore it puts me at a high risk of heart disease and some of the high stress conditions, like low immunity. So what works best for me is more of the gentler exercises, so yoga, tai chi and walking, which is why I like to climb mountains and get out into nature. So your action step for today is to work out what you do like and make sure that it works the entire body, so you're getting full range of motion into your body so that you can keep the osteoarthritis at bay. If you already have osteoarthritis, another big thing is your body is too acidic, so you need to look at alkalizing your body more, as well as moving the joints, because you've got to and lots and lots of water. Water is the quickest way to alkalize your body. So still move the body, but gentle. Just move it gently, and you'll find the more you move it, the more you'll start to be able to move it as well. So find an exercise that you like, stick with it, and do it regularly. Really, really important. So I will hopefully catch up with you tomorrow. And it's late afternoon sun coming in here. It's just gorgeous. So catch up with you tomorrow. I hope that's given you a little bit of, as far as exercise, we need to move our bodies. Everyone knows the health benefits of exercise, so let's do little things. If you can find to home, then find ways of using stuff at home that you can move your body. So you might want to make hand weights out of a glass jar filled up with beans, for instance, so you've got a bit of resistance. Be creative. If you've got anything interesting, post it up into the group to share with the group. Would love to see what you're doing at this particular time. Okay, see you all tomorrow.